with tea and gat. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. We're doing t-shirt over the hoodie because it's cold as F in here, dude. It's cold as F. I'm trying not to swear in the first minute of the video. Hey, paisanos, and welcome back to, whatever this is. I don't know what this is yet. I don't know whether to count this as internet idiocracy or its own thing, but whatever. We'll figure it out. I'll see how this goes. I'm your host, MattCMG, and today I've got a bit of a rant for you. A bit of a classic MattCMG rant. Like we're kicking it old school today, baby. This video is gonna be a little bit different from usual because usually I like fully script out pretty much every word of what I'm about to say, but today we're gonna go partially scripted. I have a few notes that I want to get through. See how this goes, you know? I'm seeing if I can streamline this process a little bit. So it'll be a little bit more raw, a little bit more real, a little bit more Reddit? Gaming. The 3 R's. Real raw Reddit gaming. No, I was gonna write a script for this video, but I just need to talk. I just need to fucking talk. I'm on blog TV with my fucking hands up. I'm not starting my fucking self. You fucking stupid bitch. This I love Keemstar. Keemstar's he's such a piece of shit. I love him. Such a degenerate. I don't know if this video is gonna be funny enough, so I'm just gonna be intermittently putting random ass memes in places where they probably don't belong. So we'll see how that goes. Our Sesame Street word of the day today is content. I've been thinking a lot about like just the internet and just the commodification of content and how we've kind of lost our way as an internet people, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Is that not the gayest thing you ever heard? I don't know, we'll find out. There's something I've been noticing in the past few years, and I've been really honing in on in the past month or two, which is that there's a massive difference between content and art. What I mean by this is the thumb analogy, right? Where all art is content, but not all content is art, if you know what I mean. Now, not to be like a cringe video essayist, but I feel like we should define these terms so we're kind of on the same page here. But when I say content, I'm referring to literally anything that the average person can go on the internet and consume. So we're talking a YouTube video, a YouTube short, a TikTok, a Twitch stream, even like a Reddit post or something like that, a Substack, I still don't know what that is, even a meme to a certain extent. Just something that anybody on the internet can like look at and be like, ah, that's a thing. I have just been fed content into my brain, you know, that kind of thing. Which, if you really want to widen the scope, technically everything on the internet is content to some degree, but, you know, I'm referring to, like, the bigger thing. There's different kinds of content, is my point. Meanwhile, if you ask me, art is not necessarily, like, high art, you know what I mean? It's not like, you know, the fucking Mona Lisa, the what's it called? The Venus de Milo, whatever it is, the Leonardo da Vinci, the Leonardo DiCaprio, dating 25-year-olds, you know what I'm talking about. It's not necessarily, like, high art, high concept stuff that's got to be like really pretentious, but art is just anything that with, you know, a level of creativity for the purpose of expressing one person's, you know, a person's thoughts or feelings, you know what I mean? Keyword there is creativity, because I feel like there needs to be a creative element to it for it to actually be considered art. My point in making this distinction is that I think the difference between art and content is that art is made with, like, you know, real passion behind it and with, like, an actual intent and a reasoning and you know, there's emotion behind it, there's passion behind it. Meanwhile, content is just something that you make to make money or to get eyes on your stuff, you know what I mean? My point is, there's like this commodification of art that's kind of draining all the passion from a lot of it that I've been seeing lately, and it's kind of really been pissing me off. There are different sections of YouTube, I feel, that display this dichotomy pretty well. Granted, there is a bit of a more gray area depending on the content itself. Here's some examples, though. Something I despise in the media analysis community, whatever you want to call it, is that there's a lot of people that, whether they do it intentionally or not, they mask their actual analysis with, like, a recap. You know what I mean? I feel like I've talked about this before in a different video, but I can't stand videos that are like, wow, the real meaning behind this fucking show, and then you watch the video and it's just like a 10-minute recap, and that's the whole video. Or even worse, it's like one of those really long videos that are like, you know, 6 hours, where they're just recapping the plot the entire time. That isn't art. There's nothing artistic about that. That is content. A recap video without a creative element to it is not even, it's nothing. That's bordering on theft, genuinely. And you know, people give guys like Quentin Reviews shit for you know, making these really long videos where he basically says nothing. But I would honestly argue that those videos in and of themselves are art, in the sense that he's obviously doing it to piss people off and to like see how long he can actually make it and see how much he can actually get away with. You know what I mean? There's a level of artistic merit to it where he's not just recapping every single episode. He's also doing a bunch of other shit to artificially lengthen the video. But he's doing that to such a comedic degree that it's like genuinely like, okay, there's some artistic value in this. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, you can't be like, you know, one of these other assholes who just like, oh, I'm gonna make a video, a really epic video essay about Cowboy Bebop, and then it's like, Cowboy Bebop is about letting go of the past. I'm getting real sick of these video essay guys that all have like the same voice and the same mic quality and shit like that, where they say like the most, it's always the most like cookie cutter shit. And whether or not it actually means anything to these people, the fact that it's so derivative of what other people have already done, I would argue doesn't really qualify it as art. It qualifies it as content. I know that's probably real rich coming from the guy who does nothing but criticize other people's art all day, but I have a counterpoint for you. Like one of my videos, for example, where, you know, I'll criticize a show while also giving my own opinions, tying it back into my own life, you know, interpreting it in my own original way, and even editing, like, you know, funny haha memes and doing little funny edits or whatever. That I would qualify as art. Not to suck my own dick, but I would qualify that as art to some degree. Meanwhile, you know, like the YouTube short that I take out of this video that I cut out and I put it in a vertical format and I upload it separately so you can get more eyes in this video so it goes outside of its demographic. That's not art, that's content. My other primary example comes from live streaming. For example, recently I've been on a big crusade against Twitch streamers, right? Because I just find that kind of content boring, but unless you're like really pushing the bar and like doing really creative things on your stream, I really wouldn't qualify a Twitch stream as art. You know what I mean? Sure, you have outliers out there like, you know, Kai Cenat or whatever, where love him or hate him, but you have to admit that guy does make an effort to make like every moment on his stream entertaining in some way. Like he does crazy stuff. That guy literally just does iCarly, but in real life. Like he had 21 Savage on his stream the other day. I think he had Nicki Minaj on at some point. He gets these big names. He does crazy stuff. He's not just your typical like, you know, Twitch streamer where he just sits around forehead face cam all day. You know what I mean? No, I'm not saying I'm a Kai Cenat fan or anything, but like, you know, I think he's definitely an example of like the best that Twitch content has to offer. And even then, I mean, you know, aside from like the highlights, there's really only like, you know, maybe 20 minutes per stream that are actually worth watching. And this goes for a lot of streamers out there where like the actual good parts of their streams are few and far between, where the vast majority of it is just boring nothing content. You know, like a Hassan stream, he'll maybe like, I love or hate the guy, I don't like the guy at all, but like he'll occasionally say something of note, of interest, but like it's between like 3 hours of him just doing fucking basically nothing and saying basically nothing. This is content, but like it's achieving nothing. You know what I mean? There's no entertainment value to this, and I don't know how people watch it. That kind of leads me into my point here, which is that part of why I hate streamers so much is that their primary content is streaming, while, you know, like their highlight videos and stuff like that are considered supplemental to them, when I really think that it should be the other way around. I feel that a live stream should be supplemental to some sort of primary content, like a video or something like that. When streaming is your main content and your with the sole purpose of having somebody edit down highlights for you to make even more money, at that point you're just streaming yourself making a video, and it's not even really like without any real like, you know, intent behind it. You know what I mean? You know, to record this video, I had to like, I mean, granted it didn't take very long, but I had to set up lights, I had to set up a fucking stand for my thing, I had to set up a tripod for my camera, I gotta set this up, I got a sync clap. I had a whole lot of shit to do to prepare making a video. And when I sit down in front of the camera, I'm making a video with the intent of like, oh, I am making a video. This is what we're doing right now. Meanwhile, the Twitch streamer is like, all right, I'm just gonna click go live, and we're just gonna do whatever, and then maybe his editor will turn that into a highlight video. Like, what are you fucking doing? That's not content. And you know, streaming requires no effort at all. Editing together like a full video, that requires maybe not a ton of effort depending on the content itself, but it requires some level of effort. You know, people are out here watching streamers do shit for the content, but do you actually like truly care about said content moments after it happens? You know what I mean? IRL streamers, I think, are the worst examples of this. You know, guys like Jack Doherty and, you know, people in that kind of IRL streaming sphere, where they just live stream themselves walking around and just doing fucking whatever frat boy activities they feel like doing that day. They do things for the content, but they don't actually, like, you know, care beyond what kind of stuff will get them views when they clip it and fucking throw it on Twitter or whatever. You're not making anything. You're just doing things saying it's for the content and then leaving it at that. Like, sure, it's content, but like, is it really worthwhile content? You know what I mean? I mean, to take this back to the YouTube side of things, I fucking hate MrBeast. MrBeast! Shouts out Greg. Shouts out Greg. Greg gang, Greg it up. Despite being the top YouTuber right now, MrBeast is genuinely he makes some of the worst videos I've ever fucking seen, in the sense that he only does things for the intention of showing that he can do them. You know, I crashed a car into a fucking explosion pit or whatever. Fucking MrBeast just did crash pit regular show in real life. That's crazy. Like, the way MrBeast makes videos is fucking disgusting to me. It's fucking heinous to me. His videos aren't paced in any kind of, you know, coherent way. It's just like, oh, we know that, you know, the analytics say that people watch are most interested in the first 30 seconds of the video, so we'll make the first 30 seconds of the video the most insane, unbearably fucking obnoxious shit you have ever seen, so that children don't click off fucking immediately as soon as they don't see crazy things going on. They do that, and then they go on to make the most incoherent, incomprehensible video with zero fucking actual sense of pacing that I've ever fucking seen. I cannot sit through a MrBeast video because they're all fucking obnoxious. And I think MrBeast is kind of the worst of the worst when it comes to, like, you know, people not making videos because that's what they want to do, they make them the way they want to make them. It's because they make them with the intent of, pleasing the algorithm, you know what I mean? Which doesn't make for a good video. It makes for a marketable video, but it does make for a good one. This is why I can't stand a lot of these fucking content guru guys. Not to name names because there's just so many of them, but the fact that I can't even think of what their names are off the top of my head is pretty telling, because they all make the same exact content about how to make content, but they don't actually make content worth watching beyond that, you know what I mean? Like you know how many of these, like, fucking tech guys just like, hello, today we'll be discussing how you can use your YouTube analytics to make your videos pop in the algorithm. Today we'll be discussing how to make an engaging thumbnail using the rule of thirds. And it's like, yeah, that shit's important, but like, you know, that's all you do? This is the only video you can make? And I feel like that's the kind of thing these content guru guys don't really understand, is that their type of video really only applies to other people who make their exact type of video, for the most part, more or less. The only advice that these content guru guys can actually give is to other people who are trying to make videos about how to make content. You know what I mean? Like, it's very like Inception-y, but like, it's very fucking gay. I'm gay. Pokemon. What am I, gay? Like, I saw this tweet one time where this fucking, like, you know, tech bro, content guru, crypto motherfucker was like, here's how to make a YouTube channel without being creative. Like, dude, go fuck yourself. Legitimately go fuck yourself. YouTube is a worse place with people like this asshole who don't make content with any kind of passion behind it. Nobody with a fucking brain wants to watch your goddamn fucking, you know, how to make passive income video. Nobody fucking cares. Do you really think you offer anything without being creative on this site? Go fuck yourself. Genuinely die. Perish. I gotta shake out the rage. Oh, I missed the rage! You know, YouTube used to be about broadcasting yourself, but the more we see assholes like this guy and all these other, like, tech guru fucking motherfuckers, the more it becomes about, broadcasting the most marketable version of yourself so as to not offend the algorithm. You know what I mean? And I don't necessarily mean this in the sense of, like, don't be edgy anymore or anything like that, because, I mean, I still think that you can find an audience on this site and, still be able to make it big while being edgy. It's definitely very possible. But, when you make videos that aren't, that don't immediately, like, everybody clicked, 50% of people clicked off in the first 30 seconds because they weren't immediately stimulated by the most obnoxious fucking editing you've ever seen. Therefore, we're not gonna push your video in the algorithm anymore. You can go fuck yourself. Or you said one naughty word, so we're gonna give you limited ads and therefore stunt the growth of your video in the algorithm. It's just kind of fucked that I can't make a video that says shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits in the title and not be able to make money off of it. It just kind of sucks wiener that if I really want to make a living on this site and make money off the site and just have my videos blow up and be even seen by people, I have to adhere to these very fickle set of guidelines and edit my videos in such a fucking soulless way that I just refuse to fucking do. I guess the crux of this video, if you really wanted to boil this video down to one thing in particular, is that there's a vast difference between, you know, content for monetary gain and content that you actually give a shit about. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like making money on YouTube. I like that people have the opportunity to make a living on this site doing what they enjoy doing. But I also feel like the minute we introduced monetization to the site is the minute it got fucked. You know, I think back to the old days of YouTube where we had guys like Smosh and Ryan Higa, you know, all like a lot of the old school YouTubers where they were really doing it just for the fun of it, right? They weren't doing outlandish shit for the views or for the content. They were just making shit that they thought was funny and then they uploaded it and it happened to blow up. And I've just been thinking about that a lot lately, and I feel like the second we added monetization and the way for people to artificially you know, boost their shit by appeasing to the algorithm is the minute we fucked ourselves. We're fucked. We're fucked. This site is fucked. The internet's fucked. We're gonna die. I guess to be blunt about it, if you're making videos not for the fun of it and you're making them solely to make money, you are not making art. You are making content, and you should go fuck yourself. Leave the fucking site. Don't fucking come back. I have very little tolerance for the people who treat YouTube as a business and nothing more. The only content creators that I truly respect are the people who do it because they genuinely love doing it, and you know, the money is just like an afterthought. You know what I mean? I said it already, but YouTube used to be about broadcast yourself, and I think we need to bring that back. You know what I mean? You know, we need to bring back that personal element to making content. You know, to making art. And you know, make that the mainstream again. And you know, guys like MrBeast, guys like these content guru guys like Jack Doherty, and it's just the different ways that they view making content or what content even is. It's destroying what the next generation views as content, and we're gonna just see a slew of just garbage coming in the next few years when this next generation starts growing up a little bit. This is based on my own perception and probably my own biases to some degree, but I wonder how many kids out there are like, you know, they want to be a content creator, but they don't actually want to do it for, like, the fun of it. They don't actually find any true fun in it, or they've deluded themselves into thinking that it's fun because they just want to be like their favorite YouTuber, their favorite streamer. They want to be like them, but they don't actually know. They have no passion beyond that, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you know, little Timmy sees Ludwig doing a stream and says, I want to do that too. So then he starts streaming but realizes he hates it, but oh, I still want to be a content creator, so I'm going to keep doing this. You know, I feel like there's going to be a lot of kids coming up these days that aren't making content because they think that it's art or think it's any form of artistic expression. They view it just solely as a way to make money. And we're already kind of seeing that a little bit with some of the really, like, the younger content creators out there that'll make, like, you know, the shittiest commentary videos that they only do because they've seen other YouTubers do them. You know what I mean? Like, I guarantee you all the little kids that are watching MrBeast right now are gonna grow up in like 5 to 10 years and be like, what's up, guys? Today we're doing explosion challenge. They're not going to be doing it because they find it fun. They're going to be doing it because that's just what they think they're supposed to do. And I feel like there's going to be a lack of innovation in video content going forward because of that. I've really been on this think of the children kick lately. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm a pedophile. What are you? A nonce? What are you, a nonce? What are you, some sort of nonce? What are you, some sort of nonce? I'm Joe Biden. We need to stop these kids from uploading their leg hairs on the internet and fucking sucking toes and fucking eating pussy. You know, ever since I saw that video of Sneeko's, you know, 12-year-old fans coming up to him and going like, fuck women, I've realized that the next generation's fucked. Yeah, I like to think of myself as a pretty hopeful guy. You know, the kids are all right as it is, but the more children are exposed to bullshit like content like this at a young age, is the more I realize the kids are not all right. The kids are alt-right. Piggy, I'll tell you, that boy is alt-right. I don't know. My point is, we need to stop commodifying art and, you know, making it a commodity that's like, you know, a product. We need to stop making art that's a product. Art stops being art and starts becoming content as soon as it's only made to make a profit. Anyways, that's it for this video. Shouts out Dracula Flow. Long live Dracula Flow. I'm goated. I guess if you really wanted to boil this video down, it would be that, you know, there's a difference between you know, soulless garbage content made with the sole intention of getting money and views, and there's you know, true real content, as I would call it, where there's, you know, passion and artistic expression behind it that will stand the test of time, and you know, shit like that. There's a massive difference. So I guess if there's anything you should take away from this video, it's gonna be my pretentious little gay fucking send-off message here. If there's anything you take away from this video, stop making content and start making art. Like, comment, subscribe, Patreon, all that shit. I've been MattCMG, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. That was a pretty gay ending. Society's gonna collapse soon. Buy gold, build a bug out bag, store water in your home. That's it. I'm outie.
I need more Sequoia Banshee boogers.
God, bro, I'm getting break. Bro, I'm nutting on her face, bro. Let's get the back shot, bro. The back shot, bro. It's okay, though, because I get to see my bae. Because, like, she's always glowing. She's always looking good. I'm going to suck the shit out of her toes, bro.
Let's get some pussy tonight.